enjoyed that, and I enjoyed Hogan running faster than Linford Christie, I imagine. Ripped first into the barricade. That must have been...
Yeah, that was a classic
unbelievably
moment. It was like in slow motion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was terrible.
You remember the $6 Million Man? It was like that.
It was, yeah, really slow motion running. But, you know, that's too old, even like in 97, they were
However,
quite old.
what I don't get is Sting has patented the dropkick. Now, how come other people can do it since Sting has patented it?
Well, they pay him for rights.
Yeah, that's true.
Every time like CM Punk does one, he has to pay Sting like $2 or something.
Because Sting patented the dropkick according to the commentary. So
yeah. Well, the commentary is never wrong, really, is it?
There was a good dropkick actually in that match where he forced Hogan over the ropes with, you know...
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he didn't. He
kick.
Slightly touched Hogan. Hogan stumbled and then threw himself over the rope. And then Hogan couldn't even throw himself onto the floor from the apron. He had to, like, force himself back, and it looked terrible. And yet the crowd were loving it. And I'm thinking, what is this? This isn't sport. This is two men. They weren't wearing pants, actually. They were wearing kind of sort of spandexy trousers. Yeah. Topless, though, oiled up.
Sting wasn't topless, so you must have been annoyed at that.
No, yeah, I was a bit. But I didn't see his vulture, and that pissed me off.
But you did see your best mate in pro wrestling.
Yes.
Lex Luger.
My favourite wrestler of all time, Lex Luger.
Lex Luger came
God rest his soul, because I know he has pretty much passed away now.
He's not dead. What are you talking about? He's not.
Pretty much.
He's not. He's just in a wheelchair.
Apparently he's in a wheelchair in Exeter, and to me that's death.
No.
If you're listening, Lex, you know, I'm really sorry. But
why did you do it? Was that you?
Yeah, it was me. And I killed Miss Elizabeth as well. Not that Lex Luger did do that, of course. It was proved in a court of law that he didn't.
Yeah, but do you believe that he had a steel plate in his arm? Do you believe that?
Yes, I do. Again, you have this thing where you think that they lie to you. I don't think they do lie. I think it's all clear cut. I think Lex Luger was in a motorcycle accident and had a metal plate inserted into his arm in a strategic place that he could do damage to people.
Well, we've seen him knock out a lot of wrestlers.
Exactly. Why would they fake being knocked out?
But tell me this, like, if he really has a metal plate in his arm, how did he get through, like, airport security? What do you think happens there?
I think they just see the fact that he's Lex Luger and are so transfixed by his beauty, they just don't care. He was the narcissist. And, you know, he was so beautiful that they thought, oh, it's Lex Luger. And he's famous, you know.
True.
He probably, you know, carried all kinds of things through.
So you like Lex Luger a lot, and you...
I think he was an awful wrestler, and he...
like, I don't know, what moves did he have? Like, try and think about them. Apart from the running into
metal plate.
Forearm first, that was his move, really.
That's it, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get better than that, can you?
That was good. So...
But, yeah, I mean, that was a shocking match. I just couldn't stomach it, really.
Right. So, yeah, moving on. I've meant to mention this at the start, but we kind of got carried away talking about dead wrestlers and Undertaker and Kane as usual. But
yeah.
I've just got back from Spain and I've got a wrestling story to share with you.
Oh, go on then. Go on.
Basically, nobody out there, well, I would say nobody, but obviously a few people speak English, such as me and people that went out there, and we went into a Mexican restaurant, and this guy had pictures of just naked men with masks and a little bit of pants all over his walls, and I thought, wrestling fan. So I just mentioned Rey Mysterio, and he went on at me for ages, just loving Rey Mysterio and saying, yeah, he's the greatest wrestler ever. And I got a free shot out of it as well.
You got a free shot for lying to him.
For lying to him and telling him that I admire Rey Mysterio.
And you call Edge unethical.
Yeah.
And you're lying to someone saying Rey Mysterio is a great wrestler.
I apologise. I don't think he's a torso anymore. I actually think he is a great wrestler because he got me a shot. Cheers, Ray.
Yeah, well, thanks, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, it kind of got me thinking, like, if you're lost somewhere, right, you don't know where you are, you're technically in parts unknown, aren't you? So if you go up to someone in a bar and say you love the Ultimate Warrior, would you get a free drink? Because he's from parts unknown.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, he's from parts unknown.
I'm sure he's from somewhere else.
No, parts unknown.
Parts unknown.
They don't know where he's from.
He must know where he's from.
No, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
No, it says on his birth certificate. Like on his passport. You can
Place of birth. Unknown.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, surely his mother would know. She'd remember where she was.
He's just a warrior, isn't he?
He's
to himself.
Has he got any kind of sort of, American Indian roots, or is he just some
He's pure
Caucasian white guy that just pretending to be
American? Definitely.
completely American?
He is.
So we got, Warriors Comeback. We tried to search for it on YouTube, but alas.
Alas, we have not found it. But
We
he looks
found-
brilliant. He looks in
Oh,
really
he
good
looks-
shape.
He looks rubbish.
He looks ready to jump on someone naked and completely squash them with what he calls the big splash, which is also a word for shit, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Like
think
a big
so.
Splash.
Or maybe something more erotic. But come on, what's going through his mind, right? He's, as you said, possibly 50.
I don't know. It must be at least 50 by now, yeah. And he's also a complete, conservative politician, and he's trying to be taken seriously in the political field. So what
Yeah.
does he do? He changes his name to the Ultimate Warrior. Can you imagine? Someone in government, and he's called
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
Does he call himself Mr. Warrior?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. If you met him, you wouldn't know how to address him, would you? It'd just be very awkward.
I reckon he likes being called Warrior, probably.
Warrior. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's 50-year-old man, and he's wearing little white pants, and he's attacking, well, a black guy, to be fair.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And, okay, that's not surprising, bearing in mind what Ultimate Warrior has been saying in, what he's been saying in those, where he goes to universities.
Call someone a raghead or something.
Yes, he's a shocking
Shows how
character.
worldly he is.
But yeah, all he has to do to redeem himself is put on some pants and tassels and go and hug a man for 15 minutes. And then he's suddenly a hero again.
I don't know. Would you cheer him if you were in the audience?
Yes, but only for nostalgic purposes.
So there you go.
Because
You're also a sellout.
I did really like him when I was younger. And I really liked Hulk Hogan. I still do like Hogan. He's still one of my favourite sportsmen of all time, amongst, various other football players.
You mentioned earlier, though, that Edge and Vicky Guerrero are getting married soon.
Mm.
Is that true?
No, it's true.
Really?
They're getting married in real life on SmackDown, which is real. Everything's real.
I was just trying to think of all the weddings in wrestling. There's been the Billy and Chuck one that never quite happened.
The gay one, yeah.
Didn't quite happen. And there was Macho Man marrying Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Is that after Lex Luger got together with her? Or
Must have been before, because she died shortly after they got together, didn't they?
Oh,
No,
right, yeah.
Nothing to do with Luger.
no, nothing to do with Luger at all. So, what other? Well, we had Teddy Long not long ago marrying that other girl. I can't remember what her
Crystal
name.
or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then Teddy Long had a heart attack all of a sudden. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a bit.
That was a bit sudden, wasn't it? Sudden and unexpected.
I reckon the Undertaker was behind that.
Why?
I don't know. I think he's behind everything in there.
Do you think he needed more business for his...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, maybe the Undertaker's actually the cause of all the deaths of all these wrestlers.
Could be. Could be.
I don't want to, point fingers at I do want to point fingers at the Undertaker. He's probably responsible for 99.9% of deaths in wrestling.
Proof?
He's constantly putting people in coffins and trying to bury them alive.
I was trying to...
Sorry, that's attempted murder.
Burying people alive? Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to kill them and bury them alive.
Not if it's in a wrestling context, it's not. It's
Not at all. No, why? He's actually physically...
It's for sport. It's alright.
I see.
I think it's fine.
I'm upset that you feel that way about the Undertaker because he's unethical. You say Edge is unethical, but the Undertaker is more unethical.
Well, Edge is R-rated, isn't he? So
Yeah, you can't watch him
Pretty much
unless you're
means-
under 18.
yeah, he pretty much over.
Oh yeah,
The maths.
Maths isn't my strong point. But okay, so Undertaker, he was very unethical not long ago because he kept getting people's heads and putting them in his crotch. And Vicky Guerrero.
How come she's still in a wheelchair from getting tombstoned? Apart from
Right, Undertaker picked her up and he threw her onto a concrete mat in the ring.
now, I don't mean to insinuate that wrestling is fake or anything, but wouldn't it hurt more if he drove their head into the mat rather than between his knees?
No, it hurts more because as his knees sort of hit the canvas, the vibrations cause the head to just shake a little bit, and that hurts more than having it. Yeah, it does. Trust me, I know about that.
I mean, I was thinking of stupid movies.